Hello Transformers fans! Adam here with my Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. Let's get into it. And I'm starting with him in truck mode so I can show you his coolest accessories. The two blast effects here. If you're displaying him in truck mode, you can recreate the moment that he launched himself into battle against the Decepticons in Autobot City during their attempted siege. And what's really cool is, take his trailer, and besides the usual storage in the back here, which we'll get to, you can bring down the back bumper, lower the wheels, and there's extra storage for these blast effects. Just take them off of Optimus, disconnect all the little bits here, and store the little bits away. And close it up, and there we go. And you still have all the storage in the back here, which again we will get to. But first, Optimus himself, starting with the infamous taillights / heels. So yes, when he first got delivered, these were upside down, and yes, I did fix them. Link in the description for a video on how I did that. To be clear though, the modification was completely not necessary. This is only a minor aesthetic difference in truck mode, and it has no impact at all on the stability in bot mode. I really just wanted to see if I could do it. Besides that, pretty solid design in truck mode. You do have the usual Studio Series compromises with some obvious hinges and panels. There's no way around that, I guess, if you want that awesome design in bot mode. And the wheels are plastic. I really do wish I would switch to rubber. The biggest downside, though, are the exhausts. They're very loose and flimsy, and it does not take much to knock them out of whack. I wish there was a better way to stabilize them. The biggest upsides, at least for me, I am loving the light blue windshield and windows. Very G1 cartoon accurate. Hopefully by now you've seen enough of my videos to know that I love G1 cartoon accuracy. Same thing goes for the Autobot symbol here. You have the one instead of having them on both sides like the G1 toy had. Again, more G1 cartoon accurate. Loving it, loving it, loving it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Now for my favorite part, let's go ahead and transform him. Start by flipping in the back wheels. So 1 and 2. Bring down the stairs in the gas tank. Flip the stairs around. Rotate this whole piece and slide it into place on the side here. Same on the other side. Bring down the stairs and gas tank. Flip the stairs. Rotate the whole piece around and slide it into place on the side. Move the front wheels to the side a little bit. Bring down this panel. Untab these two panels here. Flip them back and tab them down. Raise up his heels. Raise up his feet. Separate the legs. Move in these little clips. Untab the panels on the inside of his legs. Swing them around and tab them into place on his shins. Alright, legs are done. Bring them down and tab them into place. Now the top half. Bring down this panel with the window and door. Flip this outer piece in. Bring this panel down all the way. Same on the other side. Now bring down the whole front end. Bring down his grill. Flip in the top portion of it. Raise it back up. Now raise the whole front end up. Free up his arms. They're tabbed into place on the bottom here and on top, so just untab both of those. And swing them around, tab them into place. And then raise them up to get them out of your way. And we'll come back to them. Keep that front end raised. These two tabs on the side here, go ahead and raise them. These two pieces here, they're on a double hinge, so swing them out all the way. So 1 and 2. Flip up this panel and tab it down. Bring down his robot grill. Now we're going to bring out his head. This part requires some elbow grease. The first time I did this, I thought I was going to break it. But don't be afraid, just give it a little muscle. Almost. There we go. Alright, bring his head out. And then raise up his ears. Okay. Make sure everything stayed in place. Alright, looking good. Now we're going to do two things. First, Spin his waist around. Alright, and then spin his chest around. Okay, almost done. Bring down these side panels. These two pieces here, go ahead and raise them up. Raise up this whole back panel. Swing in the wheels. Bring this panel down and tap everything into place on his back. Alright. This little flap here, go ahead and raise that up and tap it into place. And then finally, back to his arms. Rotate them around properly. And then finally, open up his forearms and bring out his hands. So, one. Close that back up. And two. Close it back up. And just adjust these exhausts. Again, annoying, very loose and flimsy, but it is what it is. But anyway, there he is in full bot mode in all of his G1 glory. Just look at him. And let's break out the turntable and do a full 360. And check out our boy. You do have the usual compromise on the back here. Not a huge deal. You're not going to display him backwards. Just check out this detail. The feet here, the legs, the gas tanks, the thighs, his belt, the detail in his arms. I love that they gave him a different grill for his bot mode than for his truck mode. My least favorite feature, the exhausts. Very loose and flimsy. Again, I wish there was a better way to stabilize them. I love that they gave him only one Autobot symbol instead of two like the original G1 toy had. Again, more show accurate. And then Optimus's face with the classic blue eyes. And the light blue windshield here, which does open up, just like that. Raise up the chamber. And there is the Matrix of Leadership that does come out, which Optimus passes on to Ultra Magnus at first, but he does not hold on to her for too long because the Matrix was simply not meant for him. So, after a brief stint with Galvatron, Hot Rod reclaims the Matrix, and Optimus here rechrists him Rodimus Prime. Alright, close this back up, set Optimus down for a second, and let's bring his trailer back out. Slide over Optimus. So, bring down the stabilizer from the bottom here. Bring out the side stabilizers. Rotate down the ends. Now I can put it down. Lower this camera a bit. Let's get rid of this turntable. Open up the door and the sides. And there we go. And look at that. There's Roller. Now he does not have a launching mechanism unlike with G1, so this part is on you. So Roller, go help Optimus. There he goes. And now the cockpit. Just raise it up. Raise up the antenna. And bring out the claw. And now it's ready to give Optimus some ground support. Raise his camera a little bit higher. There we go. Now, it does not have projectile missiles, again, unlike with G1, but what it does have are these blast effects. Just take it off and tab it in. Just like that. And there we go. Now it's blasting Decepticons. And what's also cool is you can use the trailer for storage for Optimus's weapons, only instead of having them loose and flimsy, you can actually tab them down and have them nice and secure. Check that out. The only thing that would have made the trailer a little bit nicer is if they would have maybe given it a little bit more color instead of just having it all gray. But what are you going to do? Alright, let's put that away. And let's get into his awesome articulation. So you have the 360 exorcist action with the head, a little bit of bobblehead action, full range of motion with his arms, bend his elbow, twist his elbow, twist his fist, and he can actually open and close his hands. Check that out. Twist his waist, full range of motion with his legs, bend his knee, twist his thigh, and bend his ankles. Such an awesome design for mine and so many others' first hero. This is hands down my favorite studio series yet. And finally, his weapons. So you have the classic Ion Blaster, but what's not classic is they painted this gray instead of black, not cartoon accurate, and the Energon Axe, that he only used in one episode, but now it comes with every G1 themed Optimus. So for the axe, just open up his forearm, swing in his hand, close this back up, and then tab the axe into the front here. Okay. And then for the blaster, Make sure his hand is open about that much, and then you can just prop it in. There we go. Alright, so now usually this is the part where I would transform him back, but instead what we're going to do is get him into a bit of a battle pose. So raise the X, point the blaster, let's get him posing here. Alright, yeah, that looks good. And now we're going to move this background to the side, point his camera this direction, and missing link CO2 Optimus. You are now going into my office. And Studio Series is going right here in your place. And now this is the backdrop for my videos going forward. How cool is this display? I am loving this so much. And now that will wrap up this video. Join me again for my next one. Until then, good night, Transformers fans.